بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وعليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Just going to start with a little story. Ease your palates. There's a story of a person one day who stood at the bazaar and noticed a lot of people were gathering around one particular person. He just stood there and the crowd just increased. More and more people gathered around this person. So he thought to himself, what's going on there? I better go and have a look. So he slowly made his way over there and he maneuvered himself through the crowd until he was at the front. There he saw to his surprise the Prophet of Allah, Sayyiduna Musa alayhi salam, giving a sermon to the people. In awe of his presence, he remained silent. Then came to his mind a burning question he always had. So he waited for a pause, and then at the first opportunity he asked, "O my master, who is the most knowledgeable person in the world?" Sayyiduna Musa alayhi salam replied, I am the most learned." This answer was not pleasing to Allah Almighty. So he said to his Prophet, "There is a servant of ours who is more learned than you. You will find him at the point where the two seas meet. Take a fish with you, and where it comes to life, that is where you will find my servant." So Sayyidina Musa a.s. set off to find this very mysterious person. At the point where Allah Almighty mentioned that he would find him, the fish came to life and it jumped into the sea. Sayyidina Musa a.s. looked around for this person and he saw that there was one man dressed in green doing ibadat on water. He went up to him, did salams, and the stranger first spoke. He asked, "You don't seem to be from around here." "Yes, you're right. I have come from a very far place to see you. My name is Musa and I wish to keep your company." The man replied, "You will not be able to have patience with me." Sayyidina Musa a.s. insisted that he will, and he said, "Inshallah, you will find me patient." "Okay, fine. If you follow me, do not speak until I tell you to." Sayyidina Musa a.s. agreed and both set off along the coast. Upon arriving at a river, they crossed over free of charge in a local man's boat. Once across, that man suddenly dented the boat with his stick. Sayyidina Musa a.s. protested, "These people gave us a free lift. Why are you damaging their boat?" The man replied, "Didn't I tell you? You would not be patient with me." The Prophet remembered his promise and apologized. They then disembarked from the boat and continued their journey along the coast, where they came across some children. They saw one little beautiful boy, looked a bit like Rafiq, and then without warning, that stranger, he slapped him and left him for dead. Sayyidina Musa was stunned. He said, "What have you done? What a beautiful boy. This is very bad." Again, the stranger reminded him of his promise. And then Sayyidina Musa said, "Okay, I won't interrupt you again. Next time I do this, we will part company." And as they continued on foot, they entered a village. And Sayyidina Musa had been walking for a while, so he was very hungry. And he asked the villagers for some food and water, but his request fell on deaf ears. So they continued walking, and when they came across a huge wall that was on the verge of collapsing, that man, he started to repair it. What are you doing? They didn't give us any food or water, and you're doing this act of charity? At least asking for some payment. At this remark, the man's facial expression changed. This is it. No more. I cannot stay with you any longer. We must part our ways. But before you leave, I will tell you the reasons for my actions. He then explained, I damaged the boat because there is a cruel king in this area. He seizes all the boats by force. So I wish that when this boat passes him, he sees the dent and leaves it because it's of no use for him. At least the owners that way can keep their livelihood. As for that boy, his parents were believers, but the boy was a non-believer. We feared their love for him would lead them to kufr. We took action, and Allah Almighty will replace him with better children. Lastly, for repairing that wall, this belonged to 2 boys who were orphans and nobody to look after them. Their father was a pious man, and he left a treasure under that wall. I repaired it in order that the children are not deprived of their rightful inheritance. This is a mercy from your Lord. Saying this, he disappeared from sight. We have now come to know that this mysterious person was Sayyiduna Khidr alayhi salam. He is from Allah's elite forces that do his work discreetly and out of sight. It is for this reason that he was so offended by the last comment. To take payment for doing Allah's work, how could he? His only reason for existence was to serve Allah Almighty selflessly and not giving a moment's thought to his ego. So he appears now and then, in many guises, to teach us, give us guidance, and offer help to those in need. And yet, most of the time, people do not know it is him. He could be sat here. And it's for that reason we hold today's gathering, in his honour, and that we may also take from Allah's mercy oceans. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, wherever the Salihin, the pious, are mentioned, Allah's mercy descends on those persons. Those places. So, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa sallam.